Old Sturbridge Academy Charter Public School has announced a student exhibit opening in partnership with the Sturbridge Village. Joining us this afternoon to tell us more about it, we have Derek Heidemann, Director of Collections and Research over at the Old Sturbridge Village. Welcome to the show, Derek. Exciting times, it sounds like, for you. So tell us, just first and foremost, about Old Sturbridge Village Academy and how it's tying in now to the village.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about the exhibit. So OSA actually opened up back in 2017. And the goal of the school is to immerse the students in the museum and a lot of their activities and shooting for things like high quality work, real world experiences, relevancy, things like that. And using, again, the museum as kind of the backdrop for all of those experiences the kids actually have. So one thing that we're trying to do more is involve the students more in things that are happening inside the museum. So the museum isn't just the backdrop for them, but a place where they can actually show off the work they're doing as well.
Very interesting. Now, I'm curious, with younger kids, all of them are on the phones nowadays, myself included. Is it tough to get them into the village and introduce them to a different era?
No, I think one thing we really have going for us is, that it's a very different environment, right? When you come to Old Sturbridge Village, anyone who's come to visit the museum knows that it's very different from a lot of our everyday lives today. Of course, our goal is to find the relevancy between the life in the 1830s in New England and today. But we do find the kids really engage very well. I mean, so much of their school culture is based around the culture of the museum, and their mascot is an ox, like we have here at the museum. So they really do engage very easily with the museum, and I think they really enjoy their time. It's like a field trip every time they're doing these programs.
It really is. Every time I've gone, I've had an absolute blast. And it's something as simple as your mascot that you can relate to the kids with. So speak about the exhibit in general. What else can somebody experience there?
Absolutely. So the exhibit itself is another attempt for us to be having more student-led exhibitions at the museum. So we have done some smaller case exhibits in recent years, primarily with university students, but working with the charter school now on the site here at the museum, we wanted to partner with them to show off parts of our collection, but also show off some of the high-quality work they were doing. So they were studying archaeology, and along with that, they were also studying pottery. So they were going through a unit where they were creating their own red on black or black on red inspired pottery based on ancient Greece. And so as they were doing that, they also spent some time in the museum collection looking at pieces that actually inspired some of their work that had some inspiration from ancient Greece, which is very popular in the 1820s and 30s. So they used their time at the museum looking at these actual objects from 200 years ago, comparing that to the work they were doing with archaeology, and then pulled all that together in their own pottery that's now on display.
As a novice student of history, this is fascinating right there, especially to hear the Greek, and it goes back to even Greek fire, where they used to transport everything in that pottery. So cool. So for some of us who are interested in this, how long can we see this thing, and where specifically is it?
Yeah, so the exhibit is located in what we're now calling our David White Community Gallery. So if you've been to the museum in the past few years, this was our interim cabinet making shop. So the museum has what we call our gallery row, which is down towards the end as you exit towards the herb garden, and the David White Community Gallery is there. The exhibit should be up through the end of the summer. When the kids come back in August, we'll be giving them the pottery back, so the exhibit will be up for a month or so.
Very interesting. So they'll be able to go make use, perhaps, of some of the stuff that they made after all of us get to enjoy seeing it. Derek Heidemann, really appreciate your time here today. Should somebody have any more questions, how do they get in touch with you all over there? Maybe they got a kid who wants to get involved in this.
Absolutely. So they can just call the main museum line, 508-347-3362, and any kind of information they need about the museum, they can certainly ask whoever they get at Visitor Services.
Awesome. Awesome. I also saw on your Facebook page a cool video you did at the tail end of last year, kind of going over everything to expect in the coming years. So another great resource for people to check out. Derek, thanks for your time today, and happy 4th to you and yours. And it should be a good one over there at the village, I'm assuming, with all the history.
Thank you.
Take care.
Same to you.
Will do. Take care.